Welcome, my fellow witches and wizards, back to my channel, Tea Time Magic. I have went and purchased an entire box of the Make It Minis Honeydukes collection that I am going to be putting together here with you. So I grabbed this box off the shelf. Unfortunately, it only came with 10 balls inside, and there is 12 that you can collect, so I am going to be missing two of all of these different ones that you can receive. So just to name a few, we have the ice mice, Bertie Bott's every flavor bean, sugar quills, of course the chocolate frogs, the fizzing whizbees, the cauldron cakes here, the exploding bonbons, and some sugar skulls, to name a few. But yeah, I cannot wait to see how many I get out of this box. I'm hoping I don't get too many duplicates, where I did purchase the entire kit off the shelf. So I was lucky last time when I did that, and I'm hoping I am lucky again this time from grabbing the whole case. So without further ado, let's get the first ball out and let's quickly have a closer look at this before we go ahead and open it up. Okay, I quickly just want to show you what this looks like. So we have the Miniverse Make It Minis here on the top. And then if we spin it around, it has some examples of what you could find with the Honeydukes symbol on the back. It is a pull tab to open up, and then some more examples here. And it is a Harry Potter exclusive item. So if you look on the side, you can see some of the Honeydukes wrapping there as well. So let's go ahead and get this first ball opened. So I am going to see how easily these pull tabs come apart. Not as easily as you would expect. There we go. Okay. Now this is what the other layer close up looks like. And then again, it is like a pull tab style. You just find the arrow. Let's see if we can get this one opened. I do find these difficult to get into. Even with the pull tabs, they don't quite work as they're supposed to. As you can see, I'm struggling. All right, now this is what all the balls look like. So we have the cauldron cakes in this one. So let me show you all the ingredients. So here is all of the pieces. Let's get these out. And I am going to show you on this one that these stands actually make like a little treat jar. So you can put these together. So if this goes on the bottom, this snaps onto the top, and then the little top piece here. There we go. So this is what they look like, a little Honeydukes plastic little treat jar that you can store your objects in as well when you're completed. And you can also set this little part inside as like a little stand for your items. So yeah, let's go ahead and start building this first item. Okay, so we have all of the pieces out for the first ball here, which is the cauldron cakes. So it does come with little instructions step by step on how you put it together. So we will be following along with those. And we have our little box of the cakes here, which is super cute. So this is the base of our chocolate cakes. It has 4 in there. They're adorable. This one here says mini cauldrons, Honeydukes. Love the packaging. These are so cute. So these are the little cauldrons that hold the cake. We have a little tray to put the cakes on when they're completed. And then let's get into these packages. They come individually wrapped. This is the icing. Oh, mine did leak a little bit, it seems, but this is the icing. So this is like resin material, so you should use gloves if you have them. It is quite sticky and it does harden, so you do need to utilize your UV light, which I will get into once we're ready to use that to harden the product to set it. This also comes with these cute little tongs. And then the last package here is our toppings. So we have a little jar of sprinkles, and then these are the little handles for the cauldron cakes. And it does come in a cute little package as well. So we have all of our ingredients out, so we are all set to start building our cauldron cakes. So step one says we do have to put the icing on top of the cakes. So let me go ahead and open up the resin, which is the icing for this product. All right, so here we go. It's a yellow icing. So typically you would take your tongs and dip these in. It does say it comes with a little knife to spread it, but I didn't get a little knife, so I'm just going to dip each individual one into the icing to coat the top. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put it on my tray. Okay, next it says add sprinkles. There we go, sprinkles added. And then you need to put one of the little handles Okay, putting my handle on my cake, like so, and then you need to cure it. So that's when your UV light comes in handy. So you do have to take a ultraviolet light, blue lights, and you do need to cure the resin. It does say here 5 to 10 minutes. And then after this is cured, you put it into your little cauldron, and then we have completed a cauldron cake. Okay, there we go. Our little cauldron cake is complete. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my little cake stand. It is just so adorable. So that is one, and then we have 3 more to go because there is 4 in total. So I'm just going to do one for now, and I will complete the other ones later after this video. These do take a little bit of time to do, so just so I have enough time to show you all of them, I am just going to do one of each set. Okay, we are ready to grab another ball, so let me go ahead and get this open and show you which one we got next. Okay, we got the packaging off. Time for the big reveal. We got the sugaring skulls. There we go. So let's see what this one comes with. All right, we have a little Honeydukes sugar skulls box. Oh my goodness, these are so cute. So we have 5 little skulls to do. Here's what they look like. Super cute. We have what looks like a sweets display stand to put them on when they're completed. This package is the icing. Then we have a little paintbrush, a little spoon, and another set of little tongs. This package. Okay, so we have some glitter, and it looks like a silver color, as well as some stickers. So decoration stickers, so we can create our own sugar skull. All right, set this little package aside. Okay, let's have a little look at the instructions. So again, step by step on how you put this together. So step one is to actually decorate the plain white skull with your little decor stickers first, and then you go ahead and apply the resin after that. So let's do a step one. Let me select which decoration stickers I am going to decorate my skull with. Let's see here. What am I going to use? I think I like the little heart eyes, so I'm going to go ahead and peel these off and apply them on to my skull. All right, step one completed. I have my little eyes onto my skull. I'm going to go ahead and put some of the gems in his eyes. All right, looking better and better. I have my little gems in the eyes. So then it says the next step is to mix the sprinkles right into the icing resin. So let's do that. Okay, after you mix the little sprinkle glitter into the resin, it says go ahead and grab your little paintbrush and start painting all over your skull. So let's go ahead and paint. This is actually very satisfying. Little tiny brush. Okay. There we go, a little sugar skull completed. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop him on to the little display tray. Now, it does take about 5 to 10 minutes per each time you do need to cure those with the UV light. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that next and then clean up for the next one. All right, I am ready to find out what the next one is. Number 3. We have 2 different ones so far. I'm hoping my luck continues, and let's find out what is in this one. Okay, I got the packaging off. Let's find out what we have. Candy skeletons. All right, 3 different ones so far. We're doing good. Okay, let's get all the items out of the packaging. More tongs. We have a little tray to set them into. We have some candy syrup, extra dark. Go. All right, we have a mold that has little skeletons in it. Let's get this packaging off. Oh, that's such a cute little mold. And it is like rubber. We have some more sprinkled dust, silver as well. And then we have a package of little tiny skulls. Let's pull one out. There we go. Super cute little tiny skull. Okay. Let's read the instructions and find out how we put this one together. All right, so it says, put the sprinkle into the mold, pour on the syrup, give it a stir, and then cure it for 5 to 10 minutes. So here we go. Sugar skull instructions. All right, so step number 1 is get my mold here. I'm going to put some of the sprinkles into the mold. Okay. We are going to open our syrup and pour that in. Comes with a little squeeze top to put on, so let's do that. Okay, first I'm just going to spread out some of the sprinkles into the mold so it kind of gets every corner here. There we go, that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour my syrup into the mold. All right, I'm going to take my little spoon and spread it around into all of the corners. Okay, once it's all spread out, you do have to go put your little skeleton inside. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, he's in. And now I have to go ahead and cure this for 5 to 10 minutes before we can pull him out of the mold. But that is what it's looking like. And then after it is dry, he pops out and sits in his little stand. So let's get him dried. Okay, while my skeleton is drying, I am going to go ahead and find out what number 4 is. I tried to take him out of the mold, but he wasn't quite dry yet. So I'm going to give him a few extra minutes, and I'm going to keep going with my next ball here and see which one number 4 is that we receive. Okay, and the 4th one is, oh, this one is back 2. I cannot tell what it is. We'll have to take it all out for the reveal. Da da da! Jelly snakes! All right, we have the jelly snakes and the instructions on how to make the jelly snakes. There we go. So it looks like this is similar to the skeletons that we just did. So this one also has a little mold tray. Should be in this one. Yes. So same thing we just did, a little mold tray of snakes that we need to fill up and cure. After they're all cured, it looks like it comes with a cute little display jar. This is so cute to set them into. So a little plastic candy dish that the snakes will go into. And then we also have this cute little package of multicolored sprinkle dust. So we have green and red this time. So these snakes appear to be red, yellow, and green. So let's go ahead and get making one of these jelly snakes. Okay, step number 1 is to get your little tray and fill one end with the green sprinkle dust and the other end, the head end, it looks like, with the red sprinkle dust. So let's go ahead and start with our green. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put some of the green into the tail. Go. That should be enough. And then I'm going to get my red for the head. Okay. Both ends are finished with my red and green. And then the next step, it says to pour in the yellow colored, oh, this must be yellow, the candy syrup. Oh, it's lemon, it says. So that is the next step. This must be what gives us the yellow part of the snake. Okay, get the little cover on and go ahead, and I'm going to pour in my yellow. Okay, I got my yellow in. There we go. My mold is completed. I just need to now cure this under the UV light for 5 to 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and set that under the light as well. All right, I am ready to find out what number 5 is. We are halfway through with this one and no duplicates so far, so my luck is going well. Let me get into this one and find out what we have next. Okay, number 5 package is off, and we have, oh, Bertie Bott's every flavor beans. Again, this one is a little upside down, so here we go. Bertie Bott's every flavored beans. So this one, I have heard, takes a while to make all of the little beans. So we have to do each individual color separately to fill the box. So here is how you make all of the different colors, by mixing them together. And then here is the steps to make the final product. Oh, this one is so cute. The little tiny packaging of the box is adorable. I am going to go ahead and put this together now so I can show you guys. There we go. It's so cute. Little tiny Bertie Botts to fill up with our little beans that we are going to make. All right, so we only have 3 colors. We have red, yellow, and blue, and then you go ahead and mix those together to get your other colors. So I am going to go ahead and try to do 1 tray and get as many different colors on the 1 tray as I possibly can. Okay, here is the little mold for the beans. So cute. Oh, they're so tiny. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is what it looks like. They are really, really tiny. Okay. And then in this one, we have a stir spoon. And in this one is the white syrup. There we go. All right, let's start figuring out what colors we're gonna make. Okay, so I think I will just start with doing a blue, red, and yellow that we already have. And then I will do some of the mixtures to see if we can make some of the other colors. So let's get our glitters out. So it looks like we are going to need at least 3 yellows put in here to make yellow, as well as 2 other colors that need yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and get some yellows started. So 2 scoops for the one that is going to be yellow, and then I'm going to do 1 scoop in the one next to it, and 1 more scoop in another one that's going to be mixed. Okay, so 3 with the yellow. So you can see here that 2 of them require yellow to be mixed up, so that's why I'm doing 3. Next, we're going to use the blue. So 3 as well with the blue. 1 blue by itself, which I will do 2 scoops. And then one of those yellow ones needs a blue in it as well, because yellow and blue make green. So I'm going to add that into one of the yellow ones. Give that a little stir. And then I'm going to make 1 more blue one with 1 scoop. Okay, that's it for our blue. Next is red. All right, so there's going to be 1 with red, and then 1 with red and yellow, which make orange, and then we're going to do a blue and red, which makes a purple. Okay, my tray is all full with some different colors all mixed together. I am ready to get the syrup in and then give them a stir, cure them for 5 to 10 minutes, and then see what colored beans we end up with. Okay, so I have filled my tray with the beans. I did try to make an orange and a purple, not really sure if they're going to turn out, but nonetheless, I'm going to set that aside to cure under the light, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next ball and see what we get for the next Honeydukes Make It Miniverse sweet treat. Satisfying when they actually work how they're supposed to. So this one actually opened pretty good. All right, we have, can you tell, the exploding bonbons. All right, so let's get the items out. This one comes with like a little drying rack tray, super cute. And let's pull out the paper here. All right, so we have the exploding bonbons. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the instructions. So step by step on how these ones are made. So it looks like you wrap your bonbons individually and then put them inside the triangle plastic carton, and then you create your box here, and then you go ahead and put it all together. So let's get going on this one. Let's get into all of our little packages. So we have more tongs, another little mini paintbrush, and this guy here we have a bag of bonbons, and then this looks like the foil wrappers to wrap each little bonbon. And then last but not least, of course, we have our frosting. There we go. All right, so step one is to open your frosting. Ooh, it kind of looks like caramel. And then get your drying rack ready. Okay, I'm going to show you guys a little bit better here. Okay, we are going to open our bag of bonbons. Place it on my drying tray. Gonna go ahead and frost it with some caramel. There we go. Might need to get my tongs here. Okay, gonna frost my bonbon like so. There we go. I'm going to set that under the light to cure, and then we'll be able to wrap it up. Okay, once our little rack of bonbons is dried, it's time to wrap them individually in these little foil pieces. So I am going to go ahead and wrap these guys up. And then they go into the little triangle tray like so. So let's do all of these one at a time. Wrap them in foil, put them in our little tray. Okay, there we go. All of our little bonbons nicely wrapped up. Going to go ahead and put the cover on the tray. I have gone and put together the little box. You just fold it together, and then the tray just slides right in for a beautiful display of the exploding bonbons. And there we have it. This one might be my favorite one yet. So cute. All right, so there we go. Exploding bonbons completed. Okay, that was ball number 6. I am ready to grab ball number 7, and let's see what we get. Okay, number 7 is, oh, I can't tell from the bottom. It's flipped over. We're going to have to get into it to find out what we've got. It is Sugar Quill, another one that we haven't received yet. There we have it, Sugar Quills. Okay, so this one, again, looks like it's one of the molds that you fill to make the quills. So they have 3 different colors. There we go. So step 1, we have the pink, the blue, and the purple glitter going into the tray. We're adding the liquid resin frosting, putting the sticks in there, curing them, and then we are wrapping them up in little plastic bags for display on the rack. This one looks super fun. So we have the 3 colors of the glitter. This looks like the rack, the tray, yeah, to hold all of our sugar quills on. This one here is the mold. So again, that kind of rubbery molds similar to the last ones we did. Get that off. There we have it, our quill feather molds. And then this has our sticks and bags and clips to wrap them all up when we're finished with them. And in the bag we have a stirring spoon, and of course in this one we have our syrup, and this one says pure sugar. All right, it looks like a tint of blue colored frosting. So there we have it. So the first step is putting our glitter into the mold. So I'm gonna go ahead and make one of those. Okay, so I've decided to make a blue one. So there I go, I have my blue glitter in the tray. I'm gonna go ahead and get my syrup opened and put on the little squeeze applicator cover. And then I am going to go ahead and fill up the entire leaf with the resin. Gonna give it a little stir to get that glitter all mixed in. Spread it around. Okay, now it's time to add my quill, or the stick part. They're so cute. They kind of do look like little quills. There we go. And then I'm just going to insert this into the base slot here. There we go. Now I'm going to set this aside under my light to cure, and then I will show you guys the finished product after this dries. Okay, while I'm waiting for that one to cure with the other ones, I'm gonna keep going and open my next one and get started and see what other one we find. Okay, package is off, reveal. Chocolate frog! Oh, I've been waiting and hoping that I did receive this one, so yes. Oh, look at the little boxes that it comes with. These are so cute. All right. And we have what looks like a tray. There we go, a little chocolate tray. And we also have, oh, that is so cute, a little golden mirrored tray to display our chocolate frogs on. That is lovely. So here we go, chocolate frogs. And here is the step-by-step instructions. So this one is another mold with some chocolate syrup. So place that into the mold. There we go. Cure it, let it dry, pop them out, and put the frogs in the box and on the tray. So this one seems quite simple. All you have to do is put them in the mold and cure it. So let's get our mold out. Oh, this is so cute. All right. Here we go. Here is the mold of the chocolate frogs. And then this will be our chocolate syrup. There we go. Chocolate with chocolate frog syrup. Okay, so all we have to do is open the syrup, put the applicator top onto it, and go ahead and fill up our chocolate frog molds. Okay, I did go ahead and fill up all 4 trays, and while I was doing so, I noticed there's actually 2 different frog patterns in here. One kind of in like a sit, ready to pounce, and then one kind of sprawled out. So it's cute that they give you 2 different designs, but I'm gonna go ahead and set that aside under the light to cure. And then also, I just noticed that we did get a little chocolate frog card that came with our ball, and I got Harry Potter and Dumbledore. They are so cute. I'm wondering if everybody got the same too, or if you get different ones. Let me know in a comment down below which cards you got if you opened the Chocolate Frog Make It Minis. But I got a little tiny Harry Potter lenticular card and a little Dumbledore. These are so cute and mini, and they are going to fit nicely into the boxes that's provided. There we go. My Harry Potter card fits wonderfully in the little box. It's just waiting on my chocolate frog now. So there we go. I'm gonna set these to dry, but I'm gonna continue on and see what we got next. Okay, we only have 2 left. So far, we have gotten all the different ones. So I'm really liking just grabbing one of the display boxes as is. It seems like there should be a whole set in here when you do get it. I hope that that's the luck everyone else is having, but I'm doing good so far. So let's go ahead and see what the number 9 is. Okay, number 9 is Ice Mice. All right, another new one. We got the Ice Mice. Let me take everything out. Here we go. Ice Mice. So this one comes with a little display stand for your mice. Super cute. And then in here we have our icy syrup. There we go, icy syrup. We got a set of tongs. And then, of course, we have our mold for our ice mice. And a little tiny bag that is filled with mice. Super cute. So let's look at the mold. Oh, so this is just a square ice cube tray mold. So there we go. Just little squares to make our ice cubes, and then the mice will be inside of those. So let's go ahead and quickly take a glance at the instructions. So it looks like you fill the bottom of the tray with the ice syrup, and then you let that sit and cure, and then you add the mice in there as afterwards so that they're not at the bottom, and then you cure it again with your mice, and it makes it look as if they are inside an ice cube. So this one might take a little bit of time to cure it twice, but when I do have everything done, I'll show you everything at the end. So I can at least get it started and cure the first little bottom portion for my mice. So let's go ahead and get the bottom of these ice cube trays filled up. Okay, I have my bottoms of my tray filled up, and I need to cure that. Might be the only step I'm able to show you guys in this video because it's going to take me a little while to cure it twice. So I'm going to set this aside under the light, and we'll just move along to the final ball, and fingers crossed we have all 10 different ones. So let's find out what we have. Okay, my final ball here. Fingers crossed it is something we haven't received yet. Let's get into it. Okay, my final one is, drum roll, jelly slugs. Okay, there we go. So I did get 10 different ones in this whole set that I grabbed. So this one is another new one, and it is the jelly slugs. There we have it. I'm so happy that I did get a bunch of unique ones. So here we have 3 different glitter colors, green, pink, and blue, that came with the kit. We also have a very unique looking candy dish display. So a little plastic candy dish to put the slugs in, super cute. And let's get into this. Is the syrup, pure sugar again with the syrup. Then we have a stir spoon, and the last one is the mold. So here we go, another rubber mold with cute itty bitty little slugs on there. So let's have a look at the instructions. So this one is make the different colors as you want, and then put the syrup in the mold, stirring in the sprinkled glitter to get the color all mixed up, and then just cure it and pop them out, put them in the candy dish. So here is how to make some colors and select your colors. There we go. Put the colors into the tray, stir in the syrup or the resin, and then cure it, pop them out, and there we have it. Put them in the dish. So this one is going to be super cute as well. So I'm going to go ahead and make a few little slugs, and then I'll get everything dried, and then hopefully I will be able to show you what everything looks like once it's all cured. So let's make our final one and get some jelly slugs going. Okay, so I decided to just do a pink and a green. So there we go, pink and a green, and I'm gonna set those aside to cure. Okay, everything has dried and I have laid it all out here. So these 3 here in the front are the ones that are already completed. So we have our exploding bonbons, and then I did make one of the cauldron cakes, which is super cute with the little handle and the sprinkles. So that one's completed. And then of course I have my sugar skull here as well that has his sparkle eyes with hearts and a heart on his head. So those ones are all finished. These ones I have to finish completing. So I'm gonna start over here with the chocolate frogs. So let me get everything ready to go, and then I will take the dried frogs out and display them. So unfortunately, as you can see, I couldn't make everything just for time, but I did want to show you the individual stuff as it is finished. So let's go ahead and take some of these out and have a look at the completed product. So as I said, there's 2 styles of frogs. So there's one with his legs out and then one kind of in like a squat stance. So those are the 2. And then I'm going to put 2 into the boxes as well. There we go. And then this little tray as well does display one of them. So those are super cute. I do have to say, I think the chocolate frog is my favorite one out of all of them. My second would be the ice mice. I just love mice and animals, and I just think that those turned out so cool. So let's put our frogs away into their little boxes here. Gonna set the boxes in the rack, and there we go, the frogs. So put those to the side. Up next, we have the little snails. I've made two, one green, one red. This is the little container that they come in. So I will, of course, be making more when I have more time. But here we go. This is what the little slugs look like. And they go in the jar. There we go. Put those in there. And there we go. Super cute. Set those aside. Up next is the sugar quill. So let's go ahead and pop this out. I've made a blue one. Of course, I do plan on making all the colors. Oh, wow. This one is super cute. Look at all the detail on the feather there. So this one comes with a little stand that you can display and set them up like that. It also did come with wrapper, but I don't find you can see it as well with the wrapper. So I kind of just like it like that. But there we go. That's that one. Next, I made one of the snakes. So let's pop him out and have a look. So this is 3 colored snake. The head is red, the middle part is yellow, and the base is green. I mean, you could make any color snake that you wanted really, but these ones come with this little cute container, and they just kind of hook in and displayed on the side like so. So that is super cute as well. And then we're getting to the ice mice. Again, this is really one that I liked. So it does come with a little display tray to put them on. So let's get them all out first. There we go. It's fun just popping them out of the molds too. I really enjoy making these little Make It Minis. All right, last one. I made all of these ones just because it was the most difficult, where you had to dry it twice. So you had to dry the bottom and then put the mice in and then dry it again. So here we go. This is what one of them looks like. So it looks like an ice cube with the little mice inside. So I do have a whole tray of those ones. And I really like those ones. The chocolate frog and these were for sure my favorite. And then next, I only made one of the little sugar skull full-bodied ones. So let's pop that out. I did have the silver sprinkles on one side and then the skeleton on the other. These come with these little display that they stand up. So that looks super cute. I am definitely going to make the rest of them and fill that up, and it will definitely look cool. So there we go. And then last but not least, of course, all of the beans. So I did try my best to make a purple one and an orange one, but it was quite difficult to mix the colors together. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop them out into the little cute box that it comes with. And let's see how this goes. So these ones I might have to trim up a little bit because there was excess that you can see kind of covered over the sides, but this one I think was the hardest one out of all of them to make. These itty bitty little beans. That's the semi-orange one. And then we got some green ones. And I'm definitely going to make more of these as well because I do want to kind of fill this box as best that I can. Go. Oh, this one's still a little wet. I don't think I dried these ones enough. I'm starting to get some resin on my hands. So this one I don't think is quite dry. This one might be a fail for me, guys. I might have to start over
with the beans. Some of them came out great, just need a little bit of a trim, like that one's kind of perfect. Just need to trim the sides. But yeah, I think I'm gonna set these under the light again just to dry them a little bit longer. So we'll just go with those ones for now. So this is kind of all the ones that I have for the time being. Definitely need to make some more beans, but that is it. That was all of them that I made.
There we have it. I had so much fun making these 10 Make It Minis from the Honeydukes collection. Thank you so much for joining me and watching this DIY video. I hope you enjoyed it. So we did get 10 unique ones. So it's looking like the two that I missed out on are the fizzing Whizbees and then the snapping licorice. So those two of the 12 I did not receive, but I did get all of the other ones. And then there is also 2 mystery balls that you can receive, and they do show them on the insert here. So I'm thinking we have a pumpkin juice here. This one looks like the lollipops of some sort. So maybe vampire pops or something like that. And then I am really not sure what that last one is. Do let me know in the comments down below if you know what those 3 mystery ones are. I would love to know for sure and hopefully track those down. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you do, 10 points to your Hogwarts house. But that is everything. I love making these Make It Minis. If you haven't seen my other video, I did do the potions one as well. So definitely go check that one out. But until next time, I'm T, and this was Tea Time Magic. Toodles.